Welcome. I've been having issues with my audio interface. I've been delayed. This is like the second or third time I record the video. Let's not get into it. It should be at about the exact same volume that I normally speak into. Down to business. Link down below as always in the description box to credit WWE if you decide to go and check this out for yourself and watch some of the highlighted video clips that they have. Sami Zayn kicks off Raw with an in-ring promo. As of the making of this video, it's now 3 days, I believe, until the King and Queen in Saudi Arabia. There's going to be a triple threat match that Sami talked about versus Chad Gable and Bronson. There's the soul, body, and mind. The soul is Sami Zayn. The mind is Chad Gable. And the body is Big Bronson Reed. Chad Gable came out, and he was blaming Alpha Academy for his failures. He's like, Maxine, look what you did. You lost. Tozawa, look at you. You lost. Otis, my biggest disappointment. Slap across the face. Maybe not in this segment, but it happened a couple of times where he smacked him, and I don't understand that whole dynamic. It makes no sense. If I had Gable, wannabe Chippendale pretty boy, slap me, I'd turn him upside down, and I'd bend him like 6 times so that he looks like a tanned pretzel. I really would. I would. Whether or not I'd be really successful at it isn't the point, but I would do my damn best. I just don't get it. But what about... Never mind the junk. What about Chad Gable's failures? Right? I would have loved to have seen, let's say, Maxine say, well, you failed at getting the Intercontinental title from Sami Zayn. What's your excuse? You're a failure, too. I'm going to slap her, you know what I'm saying? This isn't the Randy Orton, RKO, Stacy Keibler days, right? That ain't going to happen. So then we had Sami versus Chad. It was a nice match. Maxine and Tawaza were kicked out by Chad Gable because they were refusing to follow basic instructions, which is interact, do something to Sami Zayn, bop him around or something. Otis gave in, smacked Sami, and Chad Gable actually did win the match, but he didn't win the title. Io Sky vignette promo was good, very a la Shinsuke Nakamura. See what I did there? Because it was in Japanese and it was awesome. You get to hear the native language that they speak, and it had English subtitles, dubbing, whatever you want to call it. Moving on now. That's what I look like till I wake up in the morning. Backstage, Jackie with Chad and Alpha Academy. She was asking about Otis's inclusion in the match and how he interfered, but then a brawl broke out between Carlito, even though we didn't see Carlito, because I would have seen like a big mountain of hair just moving around, and the LWO. Rey Mysterio was there as well, and then Jackie was like, oh my god, something's going on. So we actually ended up not hearing anything from Chad Gable, which is fine. Ron Breakker starred in his Raw debut. And again, it was versus a nobody named Kale Dixon. I'd want it to be against a real superstar. He's a legitimate threat. Why are we throwing him just this weird stuff? I don't know. I don't get it. But, Ron's an angry dog. 23 miles an hour bouncing off the ropes. This guy is not normal, and I love it. Match was called off because Kale could not continue. He still speared him, attacked him, the chair, over the head with the stairs, blah, blah, blah. Ended up in an ambulance, and then he blamed Pearson, said, this is on you. Clearly, it was on Kale, right? I saw nothing on Adam Pearce. I'm just saying. Lyra versus Io. I don't know. I sound surprised. I'm not surprised by these two. There's a little pep chat between Lyra and Becky. They're both, Irish, feisty superstars. And then we had Lyra versus Io. That was a nice match, and Lyra did win. And backstage, our truth with the Miz and New World Republic. Miz said, we need to focus. We got to defend our championships against Judgment Day. And Truth's like, I got Andre the Giant in our corner. He's like, you know that Andre's been... Oh, never mind. He was talking about Braun Strowman. Right? Even I didn't clue in right away. And then backstage, we had Ilya Dragunov, who was giving props and respect to Jey Uso. Ricochet came in, was all like, hey, man, just because you got me once doesn't mean... It's like, just let it go, man. And then, he let it go. He let go of gravity as Braun Breaker speared Ricochet and ricocheted him off some of those boxes, the blue boxes and stuff, and possibly the wall. He's gone AWOL, but the crowd loves it. They're cheering for him, and they should. He's awesome. He's doing some heel shit, but it looks like he's a face. There was a Gunther promo in an empty ring. It was good as always. It was about beating Jay and becoming King of the Ring. Backstage Judgment Day chat with Damian Priest, still giving Carlito a hard time. Why I do that, Carlito? I don't know why I do that. It's cringy. Maybe that's why I do it, just to have you go, oh my god, seriously. But it was good. He's got to keep earning his keep. Dom is pushing him, and I'm just happy to see Carlito around, honestly. I have an emotional attachment to Carlito. I love that guy. I really, really do. So, Judgment Day, we had Grand Slam Finn in JD McNugget. There's no sauce here. Oh, no. It ran pretty dry. Versus the Awesome Truth. Distractions led Carlito to get a little goosey. And the Braun Strowman Express came about. You can see it right there. That was the Andre the Giant. Backstage, Lyra and Becky, another quick little pep chat. And Lyra ran into Liv Morgan, and then Liv smacked the shit out of Lyra. And then backstage, Bronson Reed chats with Sammy about winning the title, and then Otis runs in, says he's sorry, and it looked legit. You could tell that Otis is conflicted. Becky had an in-ring promo in which then Liv came out. And don't ask me what I don't know if I was having a seizure or something. She must complete the Liv Morgan revenge tour, and then Liv's promo made no sense as well. Saying that Becky Lynch is selfish and all this kind of stuff, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So if you're trying to do some heel stuff or talk smack about, you know, the person that you're going to be at least say something that kind of makes sense, that's somewhat believable. So, yeah, I don't know. She spent, according to Becky, 10 years trying to figure out her purpose, where Becky's living her purpose. She's even written a book about it, New York Best Time Sellers as well. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark defeated Damage Control, which actually had... oh, we'll get into that in a moment. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Backstage, Damian Priest is not happy because they lost a match, right? With JD and Grand Slam Finn. And they're telling JD, you need to talk to Pierce and get a match with Braun Strowman because, you know, that's believable. As in good shape as JD is and as big as he can get, he could take every steroid in the world. He's not going to swell up any more than he's already at. Backstage, Xavier Woods is now cleared on his knee injury. And as Kofi, I almost called him Kofi Jamaica. Oh, my God. Kofi Kingston. Jamaica. Anyways, Karrion Kross came in, letting him know there's always more time to turn things around. Love Karrion Kross so much you don't even know. Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai. Kairi and Kai were the tag team for Damage Control that faced off against Maxine Dupree and Ivy, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, blah, blah, blah. Shayna and Zoe. Really nice match. Really enjoyed this. Shayna and Zoe won, and I'm very, very happy about those results. Backstage, Kayla interviews Ludwig Kaiserman, talking about Gunther is not overlooking Jey Uso, and then Drew came out chatting about Damian Priest for a couple of seconds, then we didn't see him for the rest of the night. Backstage, Chad and Otis. Otis told Chad that he apologized to Sammy. He said, did what? That's a smart move. You're trying to soften him up, tugging on his heartstrings, so he's going to be weaker emotionally for Saudi, which, again, makes no fucking sense. But whatever. So that was that. And then our main event was Jey Uso versus Gunther. Gunther knocked the shit out of Jey Uso, but it made him look strong because he didn't tap out. He passed out. That's tough because you're not giving up. You're just staying in there all the way. Gunther, the Ring General, goes on. I'm getting hyper. Is going to go on to Saudi Arabia to face Randy Orton. I'm not too sure who I want to win that. Part of me wants Randy Orton because it's typical Randy Orton. He's been around for so long. Again, that attachment emotionally to him compared to Gunther. Gunther just ended the longest reign in history of the Intercontinental Championship. So I'm conflicted as to who I would prefer to see as champ or as King of the Ring. As always, if you liked the video, thumbs up under 10 minutes. The other one was 14. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel. If the algorithm, blah, 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 blah. Didn't like it, thumbs down, bent in half, twist it, break off a solo Sikoa and spike it in your ass. And if you want to subscribe, great. If not, whatever. Thanks for stopping by anyways. It's under 10 minutes. Take care. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.